we're live.
Yep.
With 15
everybody.
seconds to spare.
Cut it close, but we're live. We're here reacting to the Future Game Show, which seems like a big deal.
There's a lot of big names.
This seems like the biggest deal of the day.
Oh, we're going straight. Okay, beautiful. We love a Black Lives Matter.
Absolutely.
Of course, you gotta love
We
it.
support that here on the channel. Donate.
Oh, we're going to mature audiences. Future Games Show.
Like, that's such a broad stroke that there has to be some big stuff. Oh, world premiere.
Oh, shit. Okay,
Batman,
let's go.
Batman.
Yo, I'm gonna cry. What's that font?
That looks like a Batman font.
Oh, this is some fucking oh my god, the PlayStation game. Oh my god, what's it called? The one where you're a firefighter. What'd you say? It's a weird name to it. It's I know this. I forgot what it's called, but it's it was rumored to be here. Shoot, what was it called? Damn it, I forgot what it's called. It's a weird. It's like a
game.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's like a FPS like horror type thing, and you're a firefighter, something like that. The name escapes me right now, but I've been looking into it. Yes, Quantum Error. That's what it is. Yes, Quantum Error. Right.
I have never heard of this before.
Oh, really? Okay, I see.
Cool trailer, though. Cool trailer.
Yeah. I'm like, are you gonna bring up the lights on that website that you're trying to promote? Because like, you know. Good start.
Hello and welcome to the Future Games Show. What a way to start, right? I am Nolan North, and many of you may know me as your ghost from Destiny, or perhaps Dr. Edward Richtofen from the Call of Duty series,
Richtofen.
or even, the Penguin from the Arkham series.
Oh my gosh. Okay, Nolan, we get it. You've done a million, hundred gazillion games. We got it.
Right. Of course, most of you know me as Nathan Drake from Uncharted, where you probably recognize that voice. I'm so happy to be working alongside her again as we host this showcase of upcoming games. Please give it up and welcome the lovely and talented Miss Emily Rose.
Hey, Nolan. Hello. Hi, everybody. Welcome from my home to yours.
This is a cool duo.
I'm really excited about
I
what
like
we
this
have
a
in
lot.
store for you today.
I'm very biased,
As
but I like it a
PlayStation
lot.
5
Oh, yeah, same.
and Xbox Series X draw near, we're going to be talking to leading game developers to see what we really can expect from the future of games.
Plus, we have a host of exclusive game reveals, world premieres, new gameplay demos from current and next-gen consoles. And some of these are so secret, even I haven't been told about them yet.
Wait, they didn't tell you about them?
What, they told you?
No, like they really didn't tell you about them?
People are playing favorites.
Because I mean, I have the whole list right in front of me, right there.
Whatever. Send them to me. And let's get into the good stuff.
Okay, so the next title is from Red Thread Games. They're this little indie studio in Norway. I love
that Drake's
Norway.
Fortune.
You might know them from their Choice and Consequence series.
Oh, is that the board game
Dreamfall
or something?
chapters. So
That's,
get
the
ready
Drake's
for the
Deception
world
back.
exclusive premiere of their new project.
World premiere.
I like this a lot.
I like this vibe so far. Okay, hold up. Okay. Okay.
Cool.
Hey, my name is Ragnar Tornquist. I'm creative director at Red Thread Games, and we're working on a game called Dustborn.
I love the idea of a post-apocalypse game from
Dustborn
the
is a
perspective of a
story-driven
band.
action-adventure about
Very,
abandoned
very good
misfits
point.
and outcasts
Yeah.
on a road trip across America. It's a game about hope, friendship, love, robots, and the power of words. So in this footage, you're watching our main character, Pax, explore a small commune in the Pacific Northwest. She's come here with her crew to recruit her sister, but it turns out her sister's not interested in joining the crew. So your job is to convince her and deal with the consequences of what happens next. Dustborn's coming to PC and next generation consoles in 2021.
Nice.
Thanks again to Ragnar for that
I
exclusive
love
first look
the
at
styling
Dustborn.
of it.
Okay,
Yeah,
what's next, Nolan?
Next, we've got a hardcore first-person platformer whose recent Steam demo was played over 100,000 times. Here's an exclusive
Well, I've
look
heard
at a
of
new
this.
cyberspace level
Yes.
containing new enemies and abilities from Ghostrunner.
A lot. Yeah, this looks really impressive from the little bit of gameplay I've seen from it. It looked really,
think-
really cool.
I didn't get a chance to watch anything with it, but I did see a lot of hype around it.
Relax. Embrace the software.
Yeah, this game looks super satisfying to play for sure. From what I've seen.
Speed and mobility are your greatest assets in battle.
Add to my
sword
list
is
of like
like-
things that can instantly get me. A sick beat can get me. Like,
Sure. That sword looks like Metal Gear Revengeance style. Like it slices through something. It's like through, like, you know?
through it like butter.
Yeah. Like what a lightsaber should do.
Yeah. Interesting they're not showing next gen support. I mean, you know,
Ghostrunner's
if
coming
it's
to PS4,
Thanks for the
Xbox
update.
One, Switch, and PC later this year.
All right,
Oh,
we're
Switch?
flipping back in time
Yeah.
to the 1930s now with a game that stole the show at the recent Xbox Series X showcase. Here's Tatiana Delgado to reveal more about Call of the Sea's spectacular first trailer.
Exclusive.
Oh, Harry. What have you done?
Hello, I'm Tatiana Delgado from Out of the Blue Games, working on Call of the Sea. You might have seen our reveal trailer
This is
during the
at
recent
Xbox, right?
Xbox
Yeah.
Series X event, but we wanted to take the opportunity to walk you through it and tell you a bit more about the game.
How strange that your trail ends here.
Call of the Sea is a first-person adventure puzzle game set in the 1930s that takes place in the far reaches of the South Pacific. You take the role of Nora, a woman who has crossed an ocean in search of her husband's missing expedition. At Out of the Blue, we love telling stories and designing puzzles. That is why we wanted to create a game that had a strong presence of both. And also, we always approach our games with the player's emotions in mind. That being said, although Call of the Sea is a puzzle game, I would say that it is the narrative that drives the game. Therefore, puzzles serve the narrative and make the story advance as a reward when solving them. Some of the puzzles we have to do with the expedition itself, using the real-world technology of the era. In others, you will try to decipher what the ancient runes were for. And going back to the story, we have the good fortune of having actress Cissy Jones as the voice of Nora. We adore her acting in Firewatch and her ability to create a strong presence with only her voice. It is a tale of self-discovery, an exploration
say the
not
actress
only
from
of the island,
Firewatch?
but of the character's
Yeah.
inner self.
Cool.
Although our game
was the
was
Dispatch
inspired to an extent
Ye-
by the
yeah.
works of
Character?
H.P. Lovecraft,
I mean, I never
this
played it.
is not a
but-
horror game,
Oh, okay.
but an adventure game. We hope to give you a vivid mystery and at the same time an emotional journey. Thank you for your time, and we look forward to revealing more of Call of the Sea in the coming months.
Call of the Sea is developed by Out of the Blue and will launch on Xbox One, Xbox Series X, and Windows platforms.
Our next game features none other than Sherlock Holmes, but this time he's a youthful, more arrogant version of the famous detective. Here's the producer and community manager from Frogwares to tell us more about the game's setting and how they plan to create a truly open-world detective game.
I'm intrigued.
Hi everyone,
Definitely,
my name is
definitely.
Sergey Aganesian and I'm the producer and community manager at Frogwares. We are an 80 people strong independent studio from Kyiv, Ukraine. You may know us for our detective games such as the Sherlock Holmes adventures as well as the recent The Sinking City. We are working on our new game, Sherlock Holmes Chapter 1. It's a story-driven investigation thriller in
Episodic.
which you play as the young 21-year-old Sherlock before he becomes the legend that we all know. Before John Watson and Jim Moriarty, Sherlock was a brilliant but rebellious aspiring detective trying to prove himself. The game takes place in the late 19th century on a small Mediterranean island where, according to our story, Sherlock grew up before moving to England and to where he comes back, now as an outsider, to investigate the mysterious death of his mother, the death that scarred his childhood. Sherlock Holmes Chapter 1 is an open-world detective game with minimum hand-holding. In this game we are introducing the concept of global investigation gameplay that is heavily based on the feedback that we received from the players on our previous games. We build it on bringing in numerous detective features and mechanics that not only synergize with one another but also allow you to interact with the world around you. For example, you can now decide to involve random people on the streets in your investigation, ask them for directions, or question those citizens who you think match your suspect profile. And if you doubt they would even talk to some foreigner like you can for instance find the right disguise, say police uniform, to loosen their tone. It's up to you to discover that synergy and use it at the right time, because as I mentioned, there is minimum
Hitman
hand-holding in the
tactics.
game. Of course, making the right deductions and tracking down criminals is another exciting part of a detective's job. We are aiming to give the player the chance to miss a piece of evidence, pursue their own lead, and eventually
mighty long
let a
at
killer
that
go free.
hit.
Those who played our Sherlock Holmes Crimes and Punishment will know what I'm talking about. We are bringing Sherlock Holmes Chapter 1 to PC and
gave it-
console
Well,
sometime in
for Hitman 2
2021.
right now.
Thank you so much
I
for your
gave it a
time and
very
enjoy
nice
the rest of
long
the show.
stare.
There are some fantastic
Very, very
games
nice
here
long stare.
that we cannot wait to play ourselves.
That's cool. You know?
Definitely.
So I don't think Chapter 1 is like
Sherlock
episodic.
Holmes
I think it's
Chapter
like
1
the
is
first
coming to
chapter
PC,
of
current, and
the
next-gen
story of
consoles.
Sherlock Holmes. like its origin.
Like
In
in
our
a trilogy.
next part of the show, the
Okay.
future
Yeah,
game
I see what
show
you're saying.
goes retro with a series of games that reimagine the arcade and console classics of some of my favorite eras, the 80s and 90s.
And what better way to begin than with a bullet hell shoot 'em up created by a small team from Lebanon, including a former Pixar artist. Here's an exclusive gameplay slice of Signy.
Okay.
Exclusive.
Oh, it sounds like Overwatch music so much right there for a second. Wait, this looks pretty cool. Oh shit!
Oh, that transition was good.
Way. Dude, I like this. I like this. Did you ever play Velocity?
No, I haven't.
It's kind of remind me of that.
Yeah, the arcade shoot 'em up deal never really clicked with me fully.
Oh, I think.
I totally get the appeal though. It's like it's thrilling.
Yeah.
And they always look really good, like visually. Like Super Stardust, those particle effects. It looks amazing.
And it looks like there's seemingly no HUD. I don't know if that's just for demonstration purposes, but
So actually, it looks like the HUDs are on a ship.
I didn't even notice that. No, I didn't even notice that. Shit.
If they show gameplay again, okay.
I'll look back and check it, but okay. That was a great way to hide it, though, for sure.
Coming to Windows, Mac, and the developers hope next generation consoles. Okay, so we're keeping the arcade vibes coming with a high-speed tribute to arcade racing classics like Daytona USA and a stylish platformer that looks like a noir comic book. But first,
world premiere.
Cut the flesh, the mind will fall. Slay the seven.
Okay.
Save us all. Fulfill what others failed to do. Mornia depends on you.
Intrigued.
Morbid, the seven acolytes.
Interesting.
Magritheus bless you, Striver.
I love the studio's name. Still running?
Yeah.
Exclusive.
Okay. Is this Sumo Digital?
I didn't get a glimpse of it. I was saying.
It looks like on the arcade screen it says Sumo with their logo. Which would be interesting because they did Little Big Planet karting, I think, and Mod Nation. Pretty sure.
You need to go faster.
Yeah, Sumo Digital.
Nice. What was the title on that? That was so fast.
Chris Tales is our indie love letter to classic JRPGs.
Nice.
So far, we've shown a small portion of the game's overall content and the ways that you'll be able to learn from the past, act in the present, and rewrite the future, all in real time on one screen. This unique presentation lets you see the impact of your choices instantly, and to get really creative in combat by combining skills and playing with time. Speaking of combat, we just updated our demo on Steam to include Wilhelm, the Child Mage, in a mini Colosseum mode that features a number of new, challenging battles. We're really excited to be bringing Chris Tales both to next-gen consoles and all current consoles later this year.
For a split second, I almost freaked out.
What do you think it was?
It kind of like reminded me of Gotham for like a literal like 10th of a second, and I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, we saw this one earlier today.
I fix computers. My clients pay cash. It's none of your goddamn business what I do with it. Wait, don't tell me you're with them. Evil corporation, this tech enslavement, that. What's next? Chemtrails? Now it's our time to be heard. Join the revolution. Mother. Where the hell did they drop me?
And finally, we're delighted to announce the release date for Neon Abyss, a frantic action platformer which fuses classic visuals to an ingenious roguelike dungeon system.
Excuse
its
me?
publisher, Team 17, has encapsulated the spirit of independent games for
They
over
had
30
me,
years,
Kevin.
with
They
titles including
had me.
Worms,
Till they said
Overcooked,
roguelike.
The Escapist, and a whole lot more.
Exclusive.
Rated T for teen.
Ooh, this looks really fun too. Just aesthetically.
Cool title.
Very, very cool title. Very, very cool. July 14th. Okay.
Hello.
Neon Abyss will be launching on PS4, Xbox One, Switch, and Windows on July 14th, 2020.
Our next game has been in early access since 2018 with an almost 90% very positive
Is it Fortnite?
reviews on Steam. Here's an exclusive look at the new Easy Day Academy high school level in skateboarding sim Skater XL.
Exclusive.
I remember this was like one of the first, hey, we're making a skateboarding game since EA won't games.
Yeah.
And on its initial showing, it looked a little rough.
Okay.
So I didn't get hyped for it, you know? The way I got hyped for Tony Hawk.
Right.
Hi, my name is Dane.
Well, I'll say this
I'm
looks
the
a lot
director
better
of
than it
Easy
did
Day
before.
Studios, and we're working on Skater XL. Today, we're showing a first look at the Easy Day high school level. This is a new environment we've been working on for some time, and we're excited to show it off today.
Dream the alternate reality. Cash rules, that's my everyday mentality. Guess that's why all these haters are mad at me.
This level is based on something that's really key to skateboarding, which is the California school environment. This is something that's been in countless skate videos over the years. Elementary schools, high schools, very common sort of area, type of terrain for skateboarding. One thing we learned in starting to build environments for Skater XL is that we have a very unique game mechanic, so we had to go back to the drawing board on how the levels were designed. The pieces of the level are combinations of elements that we've designed ourselves, but also we mix in countless real-world spots. There's probably about
Skateboarding to me
25 real skate spots. Some that
Just
are very
it just does not
recognizable to anyone in
compute. Like,
skateboarding.
I don't know how
Real high
anyone can
schools,
actually
real
skateboard.
elementary
Like, that
schools.
looks so
We've got
difficult to me.
Wallenberg,
Oh,
we've got
yeah.
Clipper,
You know?
we've got,
Like,
I will never
Lockwood
try.
Elementary,
it looks so
just a lot of different
difficult.
places. Again,
But,
these are
I
historic
mean, people
pieces
do it.
of
Like, it's
ice
fucking
skating.
wild.
You probably know a bunch of these spots.
Bicycles
the
and
interesting
scooters
thing
are
is,
the only
again,
thing I
based on
can
the game
Oh,
content
same.
itself,
Out.
we've actually massaged
A
and
very
built
odd
each of
one
these
that I
spots,
know that I used to
be
do growing up a
not
lot.
just
Very
recognizable,
odd.
but also really fun and
Roller
work with
skating.
the game mechanic as well.
Kevin, here's the thing. I was gonna bring this up.
And
the
rollerblade.
first time I tried roller skating, I broke my arm.
Oh my god. That's traumatic.
The unique
I was
thing
like
about
7.
Skater XL is it really starts with the controls.
Me and my
The
siblings
joysticks,
use a
the analog
rollerblade a
sticks on the
ton.
gamepad map directly to the
For
feet,
sure.
so you have independent control of each of the
You
foot.
ever play
and
Jet Set
everything
Radio?
is completely physics-based and generated in the
That was a
moment.
Sega game from like the Dreamcast.
So what this
but it
leads
was all,
to
it was
is
like super up
you
your
know, kind
alley
of
with
a
art
first
style.
for skateboarding games in
and like
general,
music
is
and
that,
stuff.
You know, the
like
gameplay
kinda
is not
pop
driven
punky.
by animation,
Jet
it's
Set
driven
Radio?
by the physics.
Yeah,
We didn't actually
and it,
program tricks into the game.
roller
We
skating.
just programmed movement.
And, like,
with
tagging
that
and
movement,
stuff.
you're able to
What
do all kinds of
platforms?
So as you build up your
It was
skill,
on Dreamcast
you're also building
originally.
up
I don't know
your
what it's on now.
ability
You
to
can probably find it
articulate
on
and perform those
PlayStation.
tricks in different ways. The element of style and execution comes into it, and that's really where the satisfaction, the fun of this game comes, that you're really directly in control. You know, just like real skateboarding, there's such a depth in the ways that you can use that board and how you can develop your skills. It becomes a very personal thing. And in the real world, that leads to all these other things that pop up around skateboarding, you know, the culture and the creative side and the community. And that's something very unique to skateboarding you don't see with other things. So, you know, our goal is really been to capture a lot of those
again,
elements
just from the
and
video,
bring them
still
into the
seem
game
a
as
little
well.
floaty.
Yeah.
You know?
The interesting thing is that
So,
it's been
I want to get my hands
since
on
the
this
last
to try it.
significant entrant into the skateboarding genre, and it hasn't been explored in
Is it coming out
in recent times when
have
we
they said
have
the date or anything,
all
or
these
what
different
is it
things
here?
available to connect the community
Maybe,
to
'cause they
put
said it's been
content
early
out,
access
different
since 2018.
platforms. So we're seeing really interesting explosion.
I think
of,
it's coming to Switch
content,
eventually.
a creative community and modders.
I think it's on
and
mobile
all these
also.
different things happening
Coming to mobile.
around the core of the game. So it's really exciting to see where this could lead in the future. Skater XL is coming out onto all major platforms July 28th, and that includes Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC.
Thanks, Dane, and the whole team at Easy Day Studios. Our next game bills itself as Synthwave FPS.
Which means it looks nice and you shoot things.
It's already been a big hit on Steam, and we're pleased to announce today that it's now coming to Xbox One. This is GTTOD. Get to the orange door.
Exclusive.
We have arrived.
Oh shit. Oh god damn it. Oh shit. Here we go.
Gotta buy an Xbox.
Damn it. Let's go. Ooh, okay. I feel like this is what my mom thinks we're all video games are like, kind of sort of. But damn, that looked cool. Okay.
Get to the Orange Door is coming to Xbox One in 2020, and we're pleased to announce that a new demo is available right now, free to download on Steam.
Okay, Nolan, come on, you're dying here.
What are you talking about? I'm not that bad.
No, I mean you're gonna be dying when you play our next game.
With these
A
video, all I
third-person
see is
action
Nathan and
adventure.
Elena. Like,
Get
that's
this.
all I see.
It's set within a coma where you explore your memories while fighting for your life.
Okay, I'm confused. I think I need to see the trailer.
All right, glad you asked.
Exclusive.
Trim, I don't think we're getting an Elder Scrolls 6 trailer, unfortunately. That game is
Elder
a
Scrolls
decade
6?
away.
I had some person at work ask me that, and I'm like, listen, if you want me to be real with you, that's probably 2025, 6, 7, yeah. Like,
we still got Starfield, and that's probably like 3 years away still.
For real.
Waking.
Waking is coming to Xbox and Steam on June 18th, 2020.
Who wants an exclusive premiere? Well, I'm not really asking here. This is actually happening. Our next game is a sequel to the critically acclaimed World War II flying sim Bomber Crew, which boldly goes as close as its licensing team allows into a new era. You get it.
World premiere.
For too long, the Phasmids have been causing trouble in our peaceful little corner of space. But not any longer.
Gina, let's go full Abrams with the flares.
Enlist today to embark on an epic space adventure.
This could be cool.
And do
Listen, after the JJ
Let's get some of those
Star
cool
Trek
wipey things in this part.
trilogy, listen. I love
Join us
those.
on Athena
those
Station.
were damn good.
This looks like
Experience the
FTL.
rush of spaceflight.
I like
Seek
FTL.
out new life. And make new friends along. And make new friends. And make new friends along the way. Live, laugh, and prosper. And may the fourth join the space crew.
Gina, zoom around in 3D and get some explosions going on here. End it with a bang.
Nice. Attractive price
$20
point.
bucks.
Switch. Hey,
Space
that,
Crew was
that,
published
might
by
be getting
Curve
that.
Digital
That one-
and
that
will
one
launch
might be
on
a cop,
PC,
for real.
Xbox One, PS4, and
Attractive
Switch
price, okay.
in late 2020.
All
Hey
right.
Nolan,
Because
I
I've
got a
wanted
good
FTL on
question
the
for
Switch
you.
for
You
so
ready?
long, and that's
What is scarier
looking like it.
than
Yeah.
clowns?
Nothing is scarier
With
than
some
clowns. You know that.
added
Well, you
features.
wouldn't say that if you'd been to Wales. You should probably cover your eyes for this.
Oh god.
Exclusive.
What's in Wales?
These are not words I wish to write. I fear you may believe me taken with madness. My father seeks to use me. He wishes me to sing for him as she did. To become the star attraction that will draw good folk to this accursed spit of land. I cannot explain further, but ask that you trust me. Your love, always, Elizabeth.
Hello, my name is Ben Tester, and I'm head of marketing at Wells Interactive. Right now we're finishing work on a new title, Made of Scare, and we're really excited to be able to share with you this new and exclusive gameplay footage.
Made of Scare?
Is it like
Made of Scare is a
MAID or
first-person survival horror
MADE?
game, which features a story inspired by
I was
Welsh
thinking
folklore.
MADE, but
It uses psychological,
MAID makes a
Gothic,
lot more
and
sense.
British horror. Set in 1898, Made of Scare is inspired by the haunting Welsh tale of Elizabeth Williams. It's a story
No,
of a
it's definitely
family
Made of
empire that's
MAID.
driven by torture, slavery, piracy, and a supernatural mystery that suffocates the grounds of the hotel. In this footage, we wanted to explore the 3D sound-based AI system that is the core survival mechanic. We want to show you what you can do to remain undetected, and if you're caught, what tools are available for you to survive. The enemies at Scare Hotel are completely blind, and they hunt by only what they can hear. So any noise that you make from walking,
You know what I was
or
thinking
running,
about recently?
bumping into
What's that?
environmental objects, or even
Clickers?
breathing heavily will
Blind.
often result in
Yeah,
death.
right? You can walk right on by them.
So you can avoid detection by
But
creeping,
they have super
avoiding
sensitive
the
ears.
obstacles that make the
indeed.
noise.
Also,
but if the enemies
lickers.
are close, then holding your breath
Blind.
is the only option.
Precisely.
Super
If you
sensitive.
mistime this and run out of breath,
Clickers and lickers.
then even your panting will get you killed.
Too many
Was it a
You're
nod?
not completely defenseless.
Oh!
There'll be a
One
sound-based
letter
weapon
off.
available
The
with
exact
limited
same
ammo
function.
that's hidden in and around the grounds of the hotel.
That is a very
You'll
good
have to
point,
find health
wow.
items, collectibles, puzzle pieces,
Has
map
anyone-
pieces, and story pickups. All items that you can find
know.
and add to your inventory. The game will feature 3 levels of difficulty.
I bring that up because I think
The scares remain the same throughout.
enemies
but
that
a
can't
change in
see you,
AI
but it's like
behavior, enemy
auditory,
strength, limited manual
terrifying,
saves,
and I
reduced
love-
ammo
I
and
love
health items will put more
if
of an
done
emphasis
well,
on that classic survival horror
how
experience.
terrifying that can be because
Made of
like you
Scare is coming
expect them to be
PC
able to
and
see you
console with a digital and
and the way they
physical launch
move.
on PS4
Yeah.
and
It's like,
Xbox
oh, did they
One
see me?
this July. You can
But,
wish list the game now
and I
on
can, like,
Steam,
make you trip
and
out.
Pre-purchase
That's
will
cool.
be available in the coming weeks. Thank you for joining us, and we hope you enjoy the show.
Hey Nolan, you can open your eyes
Oh,
now.
a seat.
There you go. All right, Made of Scare launches on PS4, Xbox, Switch, and Windows in 2020.
Hey, Em, what's better than looking at one upcoming game?
Is this another one of your dad jokes?
It's looking at a collection of upcoming games in the space of a few minutes.
Okay, I'm listening.
Here's an incredible lineup of future hits to get excited about.
Okay.
Wow, punk.
Yeah. That looks cool.
I thought this game was really out.
It is.
Oh, okay.
I don't know why they're showing it. It's not Windjammers 2.
And you can find out more information about all those titles by heading to GamesRadar.com. Our next game appeared in our sister event, the PC Gaming Show, just a few hours ago. And we're delighted to have John Pearl join us now for an exclusive look at Remnant from the Ashes DLC, Subject 2923.
Exclusive.
Hello, I'm John Pearl, the design director at Gunfire Games. Right now, the team is hard at work on Subject 2923, the final DLC for Remnant from the Ashes. This DLC is much larger and more expansive than any of the previous content we've released. This DLC will introduce a brand new campaign that takes place a year after the events of the base campaign of Remnant. This campaign focuses on the origin of the Dreamer Project and how it connects to the Roots invasion on Earth. With the footage we're showing, we're giving y'all a sneak peek at the icy and unforgiving heights of the new explorable world of Reesum. The inhabitants of the world are an entirely new faction of enemies, the Uriki, which are a race of menacing humanoid rats. In combat, you'll find they are as resourceful as they are deadly. This DLC has a lot of additional content. With the addition of the new campaign comes all new quests, bosses, weapons, trinkets, armor sets, and more. Additionally, Reesum will be added as an option in Adventure mode, and if you have the Swamps of Courses DLC, it'll add Reesum to the rotation of Survival mode as well. The Subject 2923 DLC is coming to PC, Xbox One, and PlayStation 4 on August 20th, and we can't wait for everyone to play it. Thank you so much for tuning in to find out what's next for Remnant from the Ashes. Hope you all enjoy the rest of the future game show.
All right, so Remnant from the Ashes, Subject 2923, will launch on Xbox One, PS4, and Windows PC. And now for something completely different.
Exclusive.
Everybody loves playing board games now they're finally cool. But they're not so easy to play when you can't meet up with your friends or loved ones. Don't fret, my old chums. Here at Thunderbox HQ, we've been working tirelessly to create state-of-the-art AI, amazing computer graphics, a bitching synth soundtrack, and our laser-powered but totally harmless board game zapping digitizer. Also, we can bring you the retro sci-fi survival strategy we like to call The Captain is Dead. Let me just load it up for you.
Oh my god, there are aliens all over the ship. Come on, open up. Wow, this looks kind of dangerous. Good!
Ready! Get your goddamn dirty tentacles off of my spaceship!
Biological components operating at 100%. Skill assimilated.
Reminds me of one of those old-fashioned video games. And I'm done.
Taking charge. I haven't used one of these since 3086. I'm still back.
Those aliens picked the wrong ship to mess with.
The captain is dead. Head on over right now to Steam right now to wish list it up right now.
The Captain is Dead is a digital board game and will launch on Steam in 2020.
Okay, so our next games, they're linked by their focus on player creativity. From designing a food-themed obstacle course for you and your friends, to creating a mobile base that traverses a savage land. But let's start with a title called Main Assembly.
Hello inventors, and welcome to Main Assembly, a game that gives you the freedom to create anything you can imagine. With huge open sandboxes to explore, your creations will be pushed to the breaking point. Jam-packed with loads of challenges and parts to unlock, pushing your inventions to the limit. Revolutionary freeform crafting lets you construct anything with ease and precision. Once you have perfected your design, why not take it for a test flight? Happy with how your robot looks? With the visual programming interface, you can set up controls and use sensors to make logic for different types of automation and really put your creations to work. Or jump online with friends to compete and collaborate. Show your creations to the world and test out what others in the community have built in the workshop. Will your creation be the one that everyone is talking about? Main Assembly is out now in early access. See you there, inventors.
Oh, this was yeah.
Hello, my name's Jamie Jackson and I'm from
it's
Games.
Block Party.
And today we're super excited to give you an in-depth look at our new games, Blanco's Block Party.
Blancos.
We're a new studio created by a bunch of veterans who helped create some of the world's biggest game franchises, including Call of Duty, World of Warcraft, Skylanders, DJ Hero, Guitar Hero, and Minecraft Story Mode. Blanco's Block Party is a game about vinyl toys coming to life, but it's actually
what you
more
said
than
earlier.
just
I think
game.
is interesting
it's a place
about how
for gamers
it feels
and
like a
content
streamer game
creators and collectors to
and then
come
hearing about
together
their history
and to build and to
with
own
Call of
and
Duty,
to set
Guitar
the
Hero
rules for the worlds that
and
they
like the
want to
Minecraft
play.
stuff and WoW.
So here we can
I wonder
see
if
one of our
they
Blancos running
tried
around the
to
junction.
make it
The junction
a
in
game,
Blancos
you know,
is
like
a
it's like
really
we
cool
need to make a
place that is
stream
just the
game,
beginning of
right?
Blancos world that
you know,
is gonna
just
grow.
based off
That's a
their
good point.
history with
you
all
go there
those
as a
games
solo
are
player,
huge
it's gonna
on
be full of other players
Twitch, you know.
doing that
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
It's going to be full of gigs.
That's a good
and
point.
Dares that our NPCs are going to set for you. As you do these things in the junction, you're going to level up your Blanco, so you're going to be able to train them to do different things. So each Blanco that you own, not only do you own it, you get to train it and to be the type of Blanco you want it to be. So you could make it super fast and jumpy. You could make it super tough for some of the shooter games.
Gotta go
you could
fast.
make it
Fast forward
super
on that.
powerful for some of the race games. You're also going to be able to get these really cool rewards from the quests. Some of those things might be things that you can attach to your Blanco that just look cool. Some of them will actually enhance a lot of your abilities. But the junction is just the beginning, and it's going to grow and get bigger and bigger over time. Now what we're seeing is some of the UGC content. So everything here, people just built using the UGC editor. We wanted it to be super easy for players to build and create these levels. Key to it is everything can be done with a game controller. In Blanco's Block Party, you're going to be getting new content seasonally. And what that means is we're going to be delivering you some really cool stuff that is only available for that season. So if you go and buy a Blanco in season 1, that won't be available once you get to season 2. So if you manage to snag one of the cool ones, you're going to be one of the few that gets to keep that for as long as you want to keep it. The same applies to any of the dares and the quests.
We made the comparison earlier to like capsule toys. I wonder if they're going to be priced in a similar way, or if it's like $5.99 each.
Ownership is a key part of the experience. So our proprietary technology platform provides true ownership.
So it's like
of what players buy and create
cents or even $1 for one of them.
It allows us to legitimize the type of grey markets that pop up around so many
more
games,
attractive.
and it gives players the power to dictate.
Especially if
the
there's gonna be
value
like
of assets.
maybe
And the key thing is you as
over
a player own it.
50 of them per
We're
season,
gonna make
like,
it really easy for you to do what you want with that. Players can create the world that they want in Blancos. We've just provided
Because like when I
really
see
easy
games like
tools
this, I get worried
so
that
you can build
the team
whatever world
is
you want to
putting
build
too
and
much
set the
stock
rules
into
for
it.
that world. They're limited,
Exactly,
you know?
because like I wouldn't
Have your
even consider like a game like this getting seasonal content. You know what I'm saying?
Spotlight
With
is
all
coming
due
to
respect,
PC later
you know what I'm
this
saying?
year,
But like
and
still,
we
like
will
the
be
same its own,
announcing
you know?
more news
Like,
around additional
Right, no, yeah,
platforms
'cause I mean,
and
like,
beat it soon. If you want to
Fortnite
know more
was kinda
about it,
lightning
head
in a
over,
bottle.
reserve your account at blankos.com.
Exactly, yeah.
And
You know?
you can
Right,
also
right,
follow
right.
us on Twitter at playblankos and Instagram
And,
at playblankos.
Like that
Thank you
influenced their
and
structure.
enjoy the
with
show.
things.
Yeah.
Like Battleborn. There was stock in Battleborn, you
Shut
know?
up, Battleborn. The only one of those like type of games that like were kind of captured lightning ball kind of sort of that I genuinely liked was Lawbreakers.
Yeah, you're in the minority on that, I think.
Yeah,
but
definitely minority. Oh, definitely minority for sure. For sure. Okay, what we got here? It's Phoenix, Arizona. Look at that. Damn. They got my city. What's good?
Hi, my name is Lucas. I'm a producer here at Donkey Crew working on Last Oasis, and today I would like to show you our new map. Last Oasis is a nomadic survival MMO, combining innovative features that allow players to traverse the world on complex wooden machines, engage in epic battles both against the fauna and against each other, leave a mark on the player-driven economy, and do many more exciting things in this unique world. What we're showing here today is the next big addition to the game, a volcanic oasis. This upcoming type of a map consists of all new areas to explore, from cold and barren fields stretching all the way to the horizon, to hardened volcanic rock formations that creates natural passages and scorching hot lava lakes, obliterating anything that gets near. As you travel through these vast virgin terrains, you'll get a chance to discover efficient ways to mine obsidian, and find rare loot in mysterious man-made stone ruins, and even hunt legendary killings, these giant winged lizards inhabiting mountains in hot climates. Harsh conditions of the volcanic lands make it very difficult for nomads to survive if they decide to settle on this hot soil. Greenery and sources of water are hard to come by, and hostile flying monsters don't make it any easier to explore because they are attracted to walker wings, making it essential for anyone who decides to venture towards these new territories to prepare in advance. Smart traders will likely take advantage of the resource scarcity to try to make some flots on desperate nomads missing some wood or water, while explorers will be risking their lives to gather rare resources that appear in high quantities in these dangerous conditions. We are working tirelessly to bring in more content and improvements for the game, so make sure to try Last Oasis out now on Steam. See you next time.
Next up, the Future Games Show talks to industry experts about how next-gen consoles and PC technology are changing the way we play. We hope you enjoy our special investigation into the future of gaming. And for the record, we called it that first.
It's time to see what's next.
Interesting to show PS4 games in that.
That's right.
A new
Like, I mean,
generation of gaming
I wouldn't
is
call it
upon
future
us,
of gaming
with home
like next week
consoles
with
such
part
as Sony's
2.
PlayStation 5
You know,
and Microsoft
that's
Xbox
not what,
Series
like,
X set to
I
release
would
in
think
late
about
2020.
personally. But
Developers are preparing to change the way we
damn,
play
that PS5
forever.
still looks
We
so
see
good,
companies
man.
like Google Stadia
I've really grown on the
continuing
white
to
and
push the
black. I've
boundaries
really
of
grown
cloud
to
gaming
like it.
technology,
Really, really
while
grown.
studios like Epic Games are beginning to show us what a new generation of engines will be capable of delivering. The Future Game Show has caught up with some of the world's leading developers in fields including graphics, audio, storytelling, and machine learning to discover how the next generation of hardware will push video games in a way that we have never experienced before.
The way that I see game worlds changing in the next generation is with a bigger focus on player interaction and making the worlds feel truly alive. We can already make game worlds that are almost too big for the amount of content that we put in them. So, of course, graphics will take a huge leap forward, but it's the complexity, diversity, and the freedom to play around in them that I think will be the biggest leap.
The new technology that really excites me is using machine learning, both to make the game feel a lot more responsive and meaningful to the player, and to augment my abilities as a game developer. The way that I see video games evolving in the next generation is with richer game interactivity. We've seen graphics fidelity just explode over the last 20 years. Games can look so good these days, it's crazy. But the sorts of things you can do in video games have not really caught up. What I'm super interested in is solving problems that help game worlds and the characters in them play and feel as alive as they can now look. The next generation of tools and technology should allow a game to really acknowledge the emergent, creative things you can do as a player, and to help game developers create richer, more soulful game worlds. I'm really excited about using technologies like semantic ML to help game characters feel more responsive and alive, to get the game to create content not just randomly, but based on the kinds of things you've done as a player so far.
One way that game worlds might feel more alive in the future is by replacing scripted interactions with organic conversations. This live demo from Russian AI project LiveMind literally puts words into Geralt's mouth and could be a sign of things to come.
Do you remember Beglewood Derby?
Yes, I won a great saddle for racing then.
Of course, it isn't just game worlds that will evolve in the next generation, but the types of stories being told within them too. Narrative is such an important component to the games we play, furthering our connection with virtual spaces and the characters that inhabit them. It makes sense then that this is one area developers are eager to evolve.
I wrote my first game for a computer with 1K on cassette. Obviously, 40 years later, so much has changed. But in some ways, we're still pursuing the same goal.
The biggest benefit of games as a storytelling medium is the interaction, but often we still tell the stories at the players instead of truly letting them be a part of it.
The future of interactive storytelling should be about how we can make the experience as frictionless as possible.
Really making the player feel like they are actually
Hey, Bike of Siwa. Fire. Fire.
Tailored experiences that they can do not only by themselves but also with friends at home or online.
I'm also hoping to see storytelling explore more collaborative efforts, telling stories to larger groups of players at once without telling each of them that only they are the chosen one.
When we start thinking to ourselves, is traversal what should be at the heart of every storytelling experience in AAA? You know, can we make it more about the internal conflicts rather than those external conflicts of running,
I don't know if I'd use
jumping,
Erica as an example right here,
Movies
but okay.
never have to cut away to load the next scene or more assets.
Interesting pick.
If there's a cut to black, it's only because the director wanted that cut in that exact moment. And storytelling goes well beyond just the words being said. It's the audio, and the camera shot, and effects, and the location. Now with characters and the world looking more real than ever, less downtime due to loading, and more feedback from our controllers, we'll hopefully see larger or more immersive scenes that won't need to let up just because the hardware requires it.
Cerny, where are you at?
A new generation of
That's what I'm
hardware
saying.
means we are about to encounter a new frontier for graphical fidelity and visual effects. That's a given. But what about game audio? Sony and Microsoft are putting more emphasis than ever before on audio, and in the way that sound can draw us in game worlds like never before, could our sense of immersion in virtual spaces be about to change entirely?
In the next generation, audio will definitely be recorded and expressed in a much bigger sense. We're already starting to see hints of it already. Technologies such as ambisonics and ambisonics are being rediscovered, and people are starting to think in different ways of how we could even push the boundaries even further.
So one of the things that's so exciting about the next gen audio is that it's promising just a whole new level of immersion. Obviously the PS5 3D audio is kind of the most outspoken example of this. And so with that new immersion, hopefully is going to come whole new levels of player engagement.
This is something that's very special about sound and music, is that it really gets to, it accesses the core of who we are, and the fact that we have 3D audio will enhance that in a much
Yeah, I was just
better
gonna say,
sense.
I'm not ready to play a horror game in 3D audio.
No?
No.
Of course, some of the biggest changes to play you won't be able to see, from smaller teams being given the tools to more easily achieve their creative ambitions, the expansion of services such as cross-platform play and cloud gaming, to a huge reduction in load times and install sizes. Here's just some of the reasons developers are excited about the changes on the near horizon.
Playing games in the next generation should feel more social than ever, with all the online services bound to get a refresh. I definitely feel like the next generation will have more opportunities to play together when we can't be together.
I think the future of mobile gaming is really about two things. The first is about ubiquity. The second part of mobile gaming in the future will be about sociability. People are going to play games in a more and more social manner, and it'll be strange in the future if you find someone that's actually playing a game.
Remember everybody at my job playing PUBG Mobile the day it dropped on our phones?
Crossplay is becoming more widely accepted and implemented,
That was my
and
own
that
experience
means
with it,
you
but-
shouldn't have to coordinate what SKU you're getting with your friends, what version they're getting, what platform they're on. You should be able to seamlessly play together, which is amazing.
Almost zero load times, cross-platform ownerships of games, cross-platform cloud saves, and just overall the focus on the player's experience rather than the platform itself.
The next generation of hardware should allow smaller teams to create products of a higher graphical fidelity.
Is the developers will have this extraordinary opportunity to create really rich, diverse worlds at very, very
He's
high
like, wait,
resolution.
let me send over here to show off my
And we'll
awards.
be able to come to
I
an
know, I
alignment
was thinking that
to
earlier.
do
My
so
shadow
much
was
that
like,
we couldn't do before.
make sure you got that
In
bath
terms
in
of
there.
complex
You gotta make
lipstick,
sure you know, like,
facial expression,
gotta get that bath on deck.
complex
You know what I'm saying?
animation. What this will do is level the playing field for developers. And developers who previously couldn't have competed at the high end will be able to do so. It's a really exciting time.
We'd like to thank everyone who gave up their time to bring us that insight into the future of gaming.
All right, our next game is introduced by a gaming legend.
Thanks, Emily. You know, guys,
No, seriously?
Is
Noel?
this,
Oh my God. Okay, no, I refer,
Asparagus
of course,
joint?
to Brian Fargo. He's the original producer of Fallout. He's here to tell you about the action RPG Wastelands 3. Let's take a look.
I was telling Jack about this earlier, I think.
Wasteland 3?
Yeah.
Hello, everybody.
And, like, it
I'm Brian
continued
Fargo.
the line of
I was the executive producer
OG Fallout,
on the
kind
original
of.
Fallout
Right, okay.
and Wasteland series. And I'm here to tell you today that finally Wasteland 3 is coming August 28th for the Xbox, PC, and PlayStation 4.
Who would
I
do
think
this?
Xbox acquired them.
I'm pretty I can double check that.
Who would murder families and children? Let's find the monsters who did this.
Yep. Xbox Game Studio.
So publishing on PS4.
Do you think maybe like this is like one of their last titles, or you think that this is just Microsoft similar vein of like Minecraft, like, you know?
I think with this specifically, it was probably like with the Outer Worlds,
right?
And Obsidian. It was like, hey, it was our project we were working on, so we're gonna ship it to them.
Wastelands 3 is coming to Xbox One, PS4, Windows, Mac, and Linux on August 28th,
Also, something
2020.
disconnected. This format is very similar to like.
Question: If
the
clowns are a
previous state of
10
plays.
on the scarometer,
And what? My dying
In
is
a
like a
similar vein.
4.
yeah, we've been over this. Look, if clowns are like high, then our next game needs a new scoring system. Check out this new gameplay from survival horror Remothered: Broken Porcelain.
Have we seen this game before?
Rated M for mature.
Horror Broken Porcelain.
Please come in, Miss
Remothered.
Reed. Come in.
Oh.
Good evening, Mr. Ashman.
Where do we see this?
Do you remember me?
Only between old friends.
I'm Jennifer, by the way. Lindsay? But call me Lynn.
At last.
Yeah, I feel like
It's
we
just a bad dream.
just saw this somewhere. It wasn't today, but
Where are you? Show yourself!
Put me out!
What have you done to her?
You won't do it, Mr. Ashman.
Of course I will.
Remothered Broken Porcelain comes to PS4, Xbox One, Switch, and Windows in late 2020.
Next up, we have a world-exclusive teaser for a new title from Different Tales. No spoilers here, but if there's a full moon tonight, we all should stay inside.
Christian, you okay? Oh no. Oh no.
the owl, Kevin. Unless it's a swerve, unless this is actually. Yeah, this isn't Batman. There's no way this is Batman.
Oh, I see. I didn't even get that, but I see where you're going. Oh, man.
IGN, I think, showed something about that.
Oh man, we can't wait to see more from this team in the coming months.
So the Future Games Show has taken a closer look at the games of tomorrow, but big changes are happening to the way we play right now. Features such as cross-progression and cross-play allow us to...
Cross-play? It sounds like you that time you tried to play Crash Bandicoot.
As I was saying, new features like crossplay let PS4 owners connect with Xbox, Switch, and PC owners in their favorite shooters. And we caught up with developers Hi-Rez about how these features work in their current and upcoming games.
Crossplay lets you play games with your friends, regardless of which platform they own, and it's grown in popularity thanks to titles such as Fortnite and Call of Duty Warzone. Developers Hi-Rez Studios are trailblazers in this field, but the industry as a whole has been slower to embrace the potential of crossplay. We caught up with Hi-Rez to ask why, and to discover the importance of crossplay as we head into the next generation.
To overcome the challenges of making crossplay work, you need to change people's mindsets. There's a fear that platforms will lose revenues and lose players to competing platforms if they open the doors to crossplay and progression. In the future, I think you'll start to see consoles and other platforms embrace a truly play-anywhere experience.
It will become increasingly less important what hardware you're using to access the game and much more about connectivity and communication.
There'll still be exclusives, but the true crossover hits won't be constrained to one platform.
Crossplay and cross-progression also challenges game developers to think more globally and holistically about audiences. That you should be able to play from anywhere, doing anything, and kind of have that that follow you around as you go from
Have we seen
console to
Keeley in a
console or
while? I
platform
know
to platform.
we were trying to look at his
If they
desk
choose
and see-
Xbox or
Do we
PlayStation
have
or
a desk
Nintendo or
update?
PC
No?
for the next
Okay.
generation, it doesn't matter. The
He
game they
did a
love and the
pre-show for
purchases they
PS5
made will
and
come.
Battering was still
Players
there.
expect the same experience across all of their platforms, and so to be able to actually pull that off takes a reasonably high
Wait.
level of sophistication.
Did Keeley have a Ratchet
and you also want to
and Clank
ensure that
statue
kind of
last time we
competition
talked?
across all these platforms is fair regardless of who they're up
Oh
against.
my fucking
Now that a
God.
console game is a PC game, is a mobile game, for many games, things
Didn't he?
like
Oh
cultural
my
relativism,
God, I think he
localization,
did.
global
Wait,
community management
wait.
are a
Yeah,
bigger
I
and bigger
think he
role
did.
in gaming. So I think the long answer is short. That's
That
one
was-
of the kind of hidden benefits of crossplay.
Yeah, I mean,
is it
yeah, we
stimulates
definitely knew
diversity
that.
and kind of
But
a
yeah,
global
your
approach
point.
to how you think about gaming.
I
To
think he
deliver
had a
next-gen
Ratchet and
crossplay
Clank statue.
and
I think I
progression
remember
like
you
this, it takes
top
commitment
left,
from
I
the
think.
start. Hi-Rez
Yeah, it was
Studios
either
currently
Ratchet or
publishes
Jack, I
3
forget which one.
crossplay and cross-progression titles, with the 4th coming this summer. We keep learning new lessons, but the single biggest is, it's much easier to build a Play Anywhere title from the start than it is to shoehorn it later in a project.
More players accessing the same game rather than fragmenting across all of these platforms also means that your ability to make matches and the quality of those matches starts to increase. Overall, we're looking to drive the most fair and fun game experience we possibly can, and we think that crossplay and cross-progression are some of the most important pillars to get there.
You guys ready? It's time to get paid!
Don't worry, Demo was born ready.
What's up, everybody? I'm Scott Lucier,
Services.
aka Scott Gandhi, and I'm the lead designer at First Watch Games. Currently, we're finishing work on Rogue Company, and we're really excited to be able to share this update with you today. Rogue Company is a third-person shooter that features a unique blend between action-paced gameplay and objective-based game modes. In Rogue Company, you play as a rogue, which are a group of elite mercenaries that operate outside of the wall, and they drop in exotic locations all over the world. Rogue Company is going to be free to play, and it'll feature cross-play and cross-progression across all platforms. Since day one of our cornerstones was making sure that you were able to play the game you want, on the platform you want, with the friends that you want. At the end of the day, Rogue Company can be summarized in one word: inclusive. Today we are in the late stages of Rogue Company development, which means we're testing cross-play and cross-progression features, polishing weapons, rogues, and maps. The majority of my time is spent refining the core combat experience in Rogue Company while also making sure that our maps and modes are providing exciting and unique gameplay. I do want to say, it's pretty amazing to play Rogue Company on a handheld device like the Switch. Being able to play Rogue Company at 60 FPS as I sit on the couch and my wife is watching another episode of Love Island is a dream come true.
I mean, I'm shocked at
Rogue
60
Company
frames.
is coming to PlayStation 4,
On Switch,
Xbox One,
'cause
PC,
Warface
and
is
Nintendo
handheld
Switch
mode,
later this
yeah,
summer.
and handheld mode, yeah,
we
exactly,
can't
yeah.
wait
That's
for
a-
you to
that's a
play
good
our
thing to see.
labor of love. To sign up for the alpha, head on over to roguecompany.com. Thank you, and enjoy the show.
Big thanks to the teams at High Res for that look into the future of crossplay and info about their upcoming titles.
Now we all know the next generation consoles are getting closer.
Oh, here we go.
So here's an
Christian's goatee.
exclusive look at
Oh,
what's
snap.
to come in Square Enix.
Here we
This
go.
is the one I was talking
third-person
about when they were
shooter
showing
Outriders.
Wasteland. I was like, oh yeah, it's that square thing. It's the three people standing in front.
Exclusive.
Tell me.
Next time on
I
the Outriders
looked at the.
broadcast.
I did watch
We'll
the
be
episode
taking a
1
look at the
of the
journey
broadcast.
into
Honestly,
the unknown, plus the characters joining your
there was some pretty
adventure
cool stuff
as
in
you
there.
battle through a hostile world. We'll also be showcasing a brand new area and delving deeper into our next class, the Pyromancer. Coming next month.
Oh.
are you serious right now? Did they just? Oh my
We
God.
can't wait to hear more about Outriders in the lead up to release
God.
sometime in holiday
It's not-
2020.
You know
We're
what?
heading 150
Does that
years
game
into the
exist?
future
It's
now.
like no,
where
but if you
humanity is
go to the actual
struggling to
broadcast, it's like a
survive,
40-minute
and
thing.
human
They actually
brains
show a
are
lot of
being
gameplay there.
transferred
But I
into
just don't know why you
robot
can't.
bodies.
Why you
Here's
can't show
more
it here?
on Disintegration.
Not one step
This
further.
is like about to come out.
Yeah,
we've
it
got.
didn't get
5
glowing
integrated
reviews
outlaws.
from what I've
Have you
seen.
got weapons and shelter in there? Maybe you could give us a
I
chance
heard
to
the
rest.
campaign
We may
is
have
in,
more
but
pictures
the
to you than
multiplayer
guns.
is good.
Hi there, my name's Marcus Lato. I'm the president and creative director at V1 Interactive, and we are currently working on our brand new debut game called Disintegration, and we are super excited to finally be getting ready for it to launch soon.
Wow. Look at you. Yeah, I guess you took the hard road.
With Disintegration,
like there's-
we set out to build
from
something
what I
truly
played
unique.
in the beta,
It blends
There could be something here narratively that's
great
pretty.
parts of a first-person
pretty
shooter
unique, I
with a
think.
real-time
You know.
tactical elements
Yeah,
in
sure.
a way that's
I don't know if I'm
never
gonna go
been
and
done
check it out,
before, and in a
you know,
way that
but
required us to invent
I
all
feel
new
like there's
gameplay
probably
mechanics
something
in
in the
order
story
for it to
that's
work.
worthy of writing home.
The story of Disintegration is something that's set about 150 years from now in the future, where humanity's really struggling to survive And one means of survival is taking the human brain and actually implanting it within an armored shell and attaching that to a robotic armature, allowing them to survive through this period of time. Once in these robotic armatures, humans now find themselves in a world where they are super strong, they're super durable, and some of them don't want to return back to humanity again. And so a new army is developed called the Rayon. In this world, we play some of those early integrated who are fighting back and who don't want to follow along with the Rayon.
I've seen what you call freedom. Not interested.
In Disintegration's multiplayer, we allow the players to team up 5v5 against one another, each with their own crew in this incredible battle against one another. Each one of those matches takes place in a different type of game mode, so there's a great variety of things to hop into.
Victory!
In order for the player to really have success playing Disintegration, they need to consider both parts of the equation. On one hand is your grab cycle and your weapons and abilities that you use fluidly in combat. That's just one part of the equation, though. On the other hand is your ground squad, each with their unique abilities that you can fire off tactically in gameplay. It's important that the player understands that both of these things work in tandem together and that they are part of a whole. They are the crew. And for you to kind of consider both parts is critical for your success. So Disintegration is finally going to be released on June 16th on PlayStation 4, the Xbox One, and Steam for the PC. We're excited to be on all three platforms simultaneously, and we are eagerly waiting for the community to hop in and start playing with us.
I'm sorry. Were you two having a moment? I can leave y'all be.
What? The grav cycle? I'm a pilot.
Uh-huh.
It's called a pre-flight inspection.
No judgment here.
Disintegration is coming
Wait,
to
it comes out
PS4,
on Wednesday?
Xbox One, and PC June 16th.
That's okay.
Now prepare yourselves for a lesson in alternative history as we explore what might have happened if the Second World War didn't end in 1945.
I think this is Iron Harvest.
Exclusive.
Hi everyone, my name is Bogdan Graczyk, the game director of the upcoming narrative-driven adventure game Paradise Lost. I'm super excited to walk you through the alternative history that serves as the setting for our story. In Paradise Lost, the Second World War doesn't end in 1945. In the spring of 1960, the Nazi regime is on its knees and Soviet troops are closing in. Without warning, the Nazis unleash the full might of their nuclear arsenal on their homeland and Eastern Europe, stopping the Soviet offensive in its tracks and turning Europe into an uninhabitable nuclear wasteland. To the rest of the world, this seems like a final act of desperation by one of the cruelest regimes in human history. Yet, few know of the secrets that have been hidden deep underground. The ARC project is among the most secretive endeavors of the Third Reich. Its goal has been to construct a network of hidden, self-sustainable, heavily fortified underground bunkers meant to shelter an Aryan master race society until it can emerge and rule the post-nuclear landscape. But not everything goes according to plan. For reasons unknown, one of the bunkers, located just outside Kraków, Poland, goes dark. Now, as you discover the past, you can shape the present. It's been 20 years since the explosion that set our story in motion. You play as Szymon, a 12-year-old Polish boy driven by personal tragedy to seek out the bunker on the edge of Kraków. At first, the place seems completely desolate. What brought Szymon to the bunker? What answers is he seeking? You'll have to uncover the truth yourself. So, do you dare discover the lost story on Earth?
Is a wish list on Steam equivalent to like a pre-order, or like what? Like, is that just
Paradise
a way they
Lost
gauge,
is coming
like,
to PC, PS5,
crowd?
and
I think
Xbox
it's
Series
gauging
X.
interest.
Our next
Gauging
game.
interest?
Wait a second.
I think so.
Emily, have you crossed another thing off my script?
Hey, we discussed this. You can't be trusted.
Unbelievable. Okay, fine. Just roll the tape.
World premiere.
Whether you choose agent or choose hacker, it takes two to complete the mission. It takes two to stay alive. Operation Tango. It takes two to save the world.
Ah, okay.
Our next game is so secret, we don't even know its name at the time of this recording. So I'm just going to put myself out there and make one up.
Nice.
I'm guessing it's called The Kingdom of the Gusty Willows.
What kind of fake name is that? It is not called The Kingdom of Gusty Willows.
Here's the developers of The Kingdom of the Gusty Willows to talk about their show-stopping new PS5 project, The Kingdom of the Gusty Willows.
Can I make it extremely clear? This is not called The Kingdom of the Gusty Willows.
There's a dev out there.
It's a good title.
Pissed off because that's their name of the dev out there.
Exclusive.
Just throwing a monitor at the ground, bro.
I wonder if we get more gameplay.
I would love more game, please.
Yeah, this was a highlight.
Yeah, definitely.
Sorry, Nolan. The name isn't Kingdom of the Gusty Willows. It's actually called Cana Bridge of Spirits. Hi, I'm Mike Greer. I'm the Chief Creative Officer at Ember Lab.
And I'm Josh Greer, Mike's brother. I'm the Chief Operating Officer here at the studio. You may have seen our game, Cana Bridge of Spirits, at the Sony PlayStation 5 event. And today we're really excited to share a little bit more about the project with you.
So, what's this game all about?
Well, Cana Bridge of Spirits is a story-driven action-adventure game that combines fast-paced combat with exploration and a really fun, charming companion mechanic where players are going around collecting forest creatures that we call the Rot.
So you play as Cana. She's a spirit guide who has traveled to this forgotten village and soon discovers that there are many trapped, lingering spirits. And it becomes clear that there are larger forces at play that have sort of corrupted the environment and stopped things from moving on. Well, the main focus of the game actually revolves around helping these trapped spirits. So each kind of level or world that you enter is all focused and kind of themed around the corrupt spirit that's lingering.
And to really help these spirits, you ultimately have to get to know what happened to them in their past life. And to do so, you're looking for clues in the environment, facing combat challenges, solving puzzles. But ultimately, it all relies on building and growing your team.
Yeah, the Rot are key to sort of every aspect of gameplay. They can be used in combat, to augment abilities, they can be used to manipulate the environment, to carry things around for you. The more Rot you have, the stronger you're going to be as a player, and the more abilities you get to unlock. The trailer does a lot of things, but one thing we wanted to do was make sure we established the tone and sort of darker elements that are in the game. And people see the Rot and the cute characters, and they immediately fall in love with them, which is great.
Yeah,
but the opening cinematic with the meditation,
yeah, there's something in here.
Cana battling these spirits, we wanted to use to kind of set that darker tone and establish these, that the player is going to be, exposed to some darker themes in the storytelling.
We're targeting a holiday 2020 release, and it will be coming to PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, and the Epic Game Store. We're really excited for everyone to get their hands on the game, and in the meantime, enjoy the rest of the show.
This is a pickup for me, bro.
Absolutely. I'm really excited about this. It looks really good.
It looks really good.
Well, I think that's it. Thanks so much for watching the Future Games Show, and look out for more great next-gen coverage on GamesRadar.com throughout this week and beyond. And don't forget to check out our sister shows from the Guerrilla Collective over the next few days right here on Twitch.
Wait, come on, Nolan. It wouldn't be a game show without
Corridor
that.
of Owls.
We got
Corridor.
one more thing. Can we do that one more thing moment?
You are so right. Wait, are we in this one?
No.
Oh, well. But hey, Em, would you work with me again? Maybe in some kind of swashbuckling adventure where I play a roguish, charming adventurer?
Nah, I think I've been there, I've done that.
World premiere.
3 years ago, Serial Cleaner took you back to 1970s America in a single-player stealth action crime story where you played as a professional crime scene cleaner, getting rid of bodies and the incriminating evidence, all while avoiding the police. Now, with over 1 million owners and releases on all major platforms, we're going to the 90s.
Well, that really does complete our showcase for 2020.
Yeah, we hope you've had a great time watching and that you've seen something that you can look forward to. We also just want to take a moment to thank our partners for helping put all of this together, but most of all, we want to thank you for watching.
I'm Nolan North.
And I'm Emily Rose.
And this has been, Emily, if you will, the Future
Game Show 2020.
Greatness away. Pizza time. You're trying to sink all of it.
I think I wasn't keeping notes on the PC gaming show because it was kind of all over the place in terms of announcements, but
yeah.
I think this had the most games of the whole day.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. The PC game one felt like I had more, but probably just because it was super long, you know?
Yeah, and PC gaming was only another 35 minutes longer than this.
Yeah.
So, or maybe a little over that, because they ran a little over 2 hours.
Go.
Very nice.
There we have
it. So that is the end of the first day of not E3, I guess. There's a couple events happening over the course of the next few days and next few weeks and the rest of the month. But yeah, in terms of the day overall, lots of games, a little more crossover than I was expecting there to be, honestly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But for the Future Games Show, what do you think of it?
Pretty good. There were I mean, like top of my head highlights, Ghostrunner, seeing that a little bit more in action and seeing some new stuff from there. And I believe that's this year, I think.
Yeah, they said 2020.
Good, very, very good. So I'd like to see that. That first game that they introed with, where it's the post-apocalyptic. Yeah, no, well, that one too, but the second one, I mean.
Dustborn.
Dustborn, yeah, where it's from the perspective of like a band.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool. Like the art style from that as well. Great seeing Kenna again. You know.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
I'll take more of that any day. I felt that like this pace was a lot better. I think, in terms of like they definitely didn't spend too much time on one specific thing. Liked the pace of it. Liked, of course, the hosting job of our favorite couple in video games. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. So yeah, pretty good. What was the highlight for you?
Yeah, I'm with you on Dustborn, Ghostrunner. Both of those looked awesome. Space Crew.
Yes.
I think I'm definitely getting that. That looks like a lot of fun.
Yes.
The best stuff of FTL, but actually adding space flight and a good sense of humor to it. I hope it's not all just references, but it seems charming. It seems cool.
Definitely.
In that highlight reel, there was that Anno Mutationem. I think I might have spelled it wrong, but it was the cyberpunk-looking, interesting pixely 3D.
Oh, right. Okay.
I
remember.
Cloudpunk as well. That was another one that looked interesting. In terms of going for a cyberpunk thing, it looked like you were driving through like.
It almost looked like if you were in like a cyberpunk era, like Coruscant in a way.
Yeah.
Exactly. It definitely looked like that. Yeah.
Like flying car highways and stuff like that, for sure. What else do we got here? Yeah, and Kenna. Seeing Kenna again was awesome. I'm glad we got to hear more from the developers about their direction for the game, because obviously having a role in the PS5 event, you can't fully expound on what your message or themes are with the game, but it's interesting to hear them say they wanted to convey a darker undertone with that trailer, because you and I both walked away with that, Jack, too. Like,
definitely
that was conveyed clearly, and I'm super interested to see how that game continues. And it's interesting that it's coming to PS4 as well.
Yeah, I don't think they said that on during the PS5, and that's something definitely I didn't know prior to this. So that's also an interesting wrinkle as well, for sure. Sure.
But yeah, good pacing. Good pacing. This is the kind of pacing I like. The Nintendo Direct state of play style. Like, okay, game. Take a breather on something else, and just keep on moving. But you want to rank this?
Go ahead.
As it stands after today, last place in the summer game mess of events, we got Unreal 5 at the bottom. Right above that, we got the PC Gaming Show. Then Inside Xbox for May. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, the Guerrilla Collective Day 1 from this morning, then the Destiny 2 Beyond Light Future of Destiny 2 event, and then the PS5 reveal.
I definitely put this above PC Gaming.
Yeah.
But what's above PC Gaming? Is it Tony Hawk?
Inside Xbox.
Inside Xbox.
I would put this above Inside Xbox and maybe above Tony Hawk.
Yeah. I played above. Yep, I agree. I don't think I'll go higher, but I think unless I'm trying to remember what was above that, but I think above Tony
Guerrilla
Hawk.
Collective is right above it.
I think I like the Guerrilla Collective a little bit more.
I think Guerrilla Collective had more new things that was like, oh, what about look at this. And here I'll also give them the benefit and points for that. Why do we need next gen segment? I thought that was good. It was a good, nice, concise way to talk about all the ways next gen is going to be next gen.
Right.
And it was pretty simple to understand. A lot of layman's terms for some pretty complex stuff that Cerny was going off about a couple months back. So I do think that segment it elevated the event personally, I think, because one, it was a breather before we finished with the rest of the games, and then also just getting a really solid. This is what the PS5 and Series X are doing for games.
Exactly. Yep. I agree.
So,
I agree. Overall, good. Good.
Yeah, good show. Wouldn't mind another one of these.
I agree. I agree.
So for what we got coming up tomorrow, Guerrilla Collective Day 2. Kevin will not be here. I will be here.
Wait.
Most likely joined by somebody else reacting to Guerrilla Collective Day 2 tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Pacific, noon Eastern. We'll probably be live like 10-15 minutes beforehand. But on Monday, you, me, and maybe Mike Connors of Jedi Knights are going to be reacting to the Star Wars Star Wars Squadrons trailer reveal, as well as some other Guerrilla Collective Day 3 that is also happening that Monday morning. But is there anything you want to shout out, Kevin? Thank you for joining. It was a long day, but a good day.
Of course. YouTube.com/PlayStation Source. Road to Part 2. The last episode before launch is up as of this morning. Check that out. Talk about Left Behind. Talk about Metacritic scores for Last of Us Part 2. All that good stuff. Tomorrow, we're debuting Ghost of Tsushima. Road to Ghost of Tsushima. Very, very excited for that. Game that I'm definitely looking more forward to as we get closer to it. As well as, our other PlayStation content. We're still breaking down all the PS5 review stuff bit by bit. So we're doing that. As well as my Twitter, the KDS123, for my screenshots and stuff. Where can they find you, good sir?
At Chris N. Buckley on Twitter and Instagram. Also, for today's uploads, we have VODs of the reactions throughout the day. Like Kevin said, the PS5 reactions are on PlayStation Source, so you can go there if you want to see Yumi and Jack reacting to the PS5 event. But the episode of Gamescast where we broke down the whole event, pulled out the 5 biggest headlines from that thing, that is live now on podcast services and YouTube. If you want more discussion and dissection of this week in PS5 news. And we also have a new series that started the other day on the channel called Once in a Generation. It's a series of lists happening twice a month. Middle of the month is the one that just posted. It is a top 10 of this subject regarding the last generation. The first episode was top 10 new IP, new series, your Horizons, your what other things are on here? Like your Overcooked, your Sekiros, your Titanfalls. We ranked the 10 best ones. I would appreciate anybody checking that out. We all worked very hard on that. And at the end of the month, first installment of our top 50 games of the generation, which will be continually updated every month leading up to the launch of PS5 and Series X. So
Indeed.
That'll do it. For more detailed information about upcoming streams and reactions, you can check the JoyClicks Twitter at JoyClicks. But shout out to the chat. Been a good day. Been a lot of games. I gotta add some of these games to my note on games to watch because I was impressed today.
I was too. Very, very good stuff. A lot of good stuff.
Nice. Well, you deserve a nice dinner. I have to go get some water. So thank you all for rocking out. It's been wonderful.
Some water.
And we will be back tomorrow. I will at least. We'll be back as a group on Monday, though. So thank you all for watching.
I'll be there in spirit.
You will be.
Pizza time.